Well, that was a little bit of a different intro than you normally expect on a BARNO channel, but welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to BARNO. I hope you are ready to tune into this vlog, man. This is probably the game. For me being from Cornwall, I wanted to watch this fixture all season and see if I could actually get the full matchday experience. Now, fortunately, I'm very grateful for this as well. A small general sale was had for this fixture, and BARNO luckily managed to almost get what you could call a golden ticket, because a lot of people asking, is there any spares going? Texting friends, do you know if there's any tickets going for this match? BARNO's got a golden ticket to go watch the Devon Derby at home park on the Saturday half-12 kickoff. It doesn't get much better than Derby Day, man. Passion, aggression, teams fighting for pride. This time round, Plymouth Exeter fighting for the pride of Devon. Is Devon green? Is Devon red? Last time, Devon was red. Exeter won 2-0 in their own ground. This time, for the first time, Exeter come down to home park in 3.5 years. And what happened 3.5 years ago? On a rainy-ish night, Thursday, Halloween 2022, Plymouth got the bragging rights with a 4-2 win. Exeter want the upset, but Plymouth need the points because they're chasing playoffs at the minute. On top of everything else, Exeter potentially looking to go down at League 2. I'm certain Plymouth will want to send them down. Send them packing to League 2. Exeter want to nick points off of Plymouth to ruin their playoff charger in at League 1 at the minute. This is what football's all about, man. These Derby days, pride of the club, wear that badge. Everything means everything on Derby Day, man. And BARNO gets to take it all in. But I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to channel, as I said before previously. If you are new, and hopefully you are new to the channel, because we are growing the community on here fantastically well at the minute, don't forget to like. Don't forget to drop a subscribe as well. I keep mentioning this every single video, and it will be repeated once again. BARNO's goal this year, 1,000 subs on YouTube. We're coming after it. We're chasing down 450. The BARNO army from the TikTok lives now, as we're calling it, it is growing, and this is going to hopefully be an absolute cracking matchday vlog you're about to witness. I am actually fizzing for this one. Obviously, me, you know, this season, I have been up to both grounds. I've been up to Exeter twice. Probably watched their best game of the season, their best performance. They'll want to try and repeat on the pitch in the Devon Derby. Their 4-1 win against Blackpool. Plymouth Argyle, been up there a handful of times, as you full well know. I have a lot of friends that go up to Plymouth Argyle. I have a workmate who goes home and away with Plymouth Argyle. He's a top bloke, top fan as well. So this could be an incredible match day we're about to experience. So apart from that, let's get into Saturday when the match day actually kicks off. Go taking this match day experience of the Devon Derby. Hopefully it's a generational day out. Absolute chaos, absolute madness. Derby day, all form goes out the window and everything is on the fucking line. Le Bosch, welcome back. Saturday morning. Very, very early start to BARNO today. It's being a half-12 fixture. Kind of want to get up to the city as soon as possible. Get to the ground, but it's currently somewhat very early in the morning. I barely slept, don't know why, just haven't really slept once again, and I haven't got a white monster for the trip up. Utter woke nonsense from BARNO this morning, but a bit windy out, man. Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on here, lads. But apart from that, you know, get trekking up to Plymouth in a minute. Nice bit of light there, isn't that lovely? Sun's out as well, sunrise and all. Get trekking up to Plymouth, go see what's about, and obviously get down to the ground for the kick-off. It's going to be absolute chaos. I've just been looking at how many fans are going today, and obviously it's a sellout. So you're talking 16k-ish over that home lot. Exeter have sold out the away section, 1,770. My God, that place is going to be pumping today, absolutely pumping. Different atmosphere on Derby days, man. Today will be like one of them. So get up to Plymouth, get to the city centre, get on with this vlog. I can't wait. This is going to be generational match day today. BARNO's in Plymouth, spawn point changed. Don't get fooled by the sun, it is freezing. I'll actually try and cross the road here. Be aware of the day, obviously, the big day. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, mate. That button didn't even work. Well, I'll try the other one. Hey, second time's a charm. No, just got off the train. Heightened police presence today. There's a lot of police hanging around all across the road here. A lot of police hanging around today, obviously for a lot of reasons, of course. Stop anybody getting hurt and, you know, put in a medical A&E, which I want nobody for that to happen to today. That's not what football's all about, in my personal opinion. But we are now going to go off to go get a Starbucks. I need caffeine, so I'm no sleep. Mate, it's alright, look at it. Lovely morning. Yes, as I say, with today, obviously heightened police presence and whatnot. See the match day information for both teams. the away section, there was obviously Devon sort of report on the news, the police super correspondence about what they expect, how everyone needs to be behaved, also how the Exeter fans are getting down here today. And obviously you think there's 1,770 of them coming down today, which is a lot, just under 2,000. So Plymouth have said there is no away pubs for Exeter fans today. Normally on away days for certain grounds for the away fans there is always away pubs. They've been told there's no away pubs, and basically they will be either escorted or marched straight down to Home Park this morning, because it's a very early kick-off today. But on top of everything else, my mate Zach from work, who's Argyle home and away, he kind of said, well, if they're getting put in the ground early today, does that give them more of a psychological boost? Because they're going to get put into the ground early, already making noise. I believe their drummer's been allowed in that at the away end today. So it's kind of the fact of they might have a bit of a boost in the head, because they're going to be in there earlier. They're going to be right all behind them players when they're training in that part of the pitch. Obviously same with Plymouth when they go out and they do their training session pre-match. So it's little things like that in a derby where could happen. Psychological effects. Everything matters today, psychologically and physically on the football field. So it's a very interesting little bit of facts and news I've been finding out all week. I've researched so much for this derby this week. It's been absolutely incredible, some of the information I've found. Obviously, I said before about the Halloween 4-2. This is probably the goal that will stand out to a lot of Plymouth fans, definitely for sure, but it went to 2-2, and the Exeter fans don't really liked this goal very much. Ballymumba bashing out this 30-yard odd strike into the bottom corner on a Halloween night. Goals don't get much better than that in a derby. That'll go on in history for Argyle. Some information, a little bit of news. Once I get my caffeine in, I'm going to go back the other way, back down Home Park, talk about cold players I want to watch today, players to watch, on top of actually my FPL as well. Well, the FPL was actually now finally back this week after FA Cup, where Liverpool actually lost again, and the international break too, which was painful to watch at the same time. But let me get some caffeine, chat back with you in the next couple of minutes. Out of Starbucks, still mad windy, caffeine acquired again. I don't know whether it's just because it's today, but I went to the Tesco Express, tried to get in, an alarm goes off, and someone has to kind of like let you in by coming out the shop. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that's anything to do with today, a weird thing, but I'm not sure. But we are now heading to Home Park. We're going to fans in a little bit early, chat to a few people about what I think of today's game. But my God, I'm literally walking around Plymouth, mate. I've seen coppers everywhere walking around. There's riot vans everywhere. Like, you might think, oh, it's EFL League One, it's third division. Like, what? It's like lower league. No, this is huge. This is huge, mate. Like, genuinely, a couple of years ago, I was watching a podcast. A guy used to play for Exeter, and he was saying, people smash up the bus, the city centre up at Exeter. He scored a goal, and he said, it's like a Milan derby. The quote was, it's like a Milan derby, even though at the time they're both in League Two. But now it's at League One. Like, the level of football, don't matter about the level of football. Derby Day's Derby Day, man. All forms going out the window today, and it's a very, very interesting fixture. Obviously being moved to a 12:30. And I'm thinking, because this was originally scheduled for 3 o'clock, and I'm thinking, why have you gone from 3 to 12:30? Obviously, probably to reduce the amount of people ingesting and drinking a lot of alcohol pre-match. If you had it at 3 o'clock, mate, good Lord, you'd have a few people kind of, let's just say they've had a few bevies. Oh, by the way, while I'm wearing a hoodie, I was wearing a jacket, I made a late switch because it was too cold, so I'm not wearing this. Right, keep on walking, drink this as we go along, more to chat about pre-match. By the way, people, I didn't really mention where I'm sat in the ground today. Now, previously I've sat in Devonport End, right at the top, normally block 1, block 2. Due to the tickets were only left on the website, BARNO's put himself right in the mix today. Block 20, which is the Barn Park stand, which is the other end of the ground, right at the front. And then you're going to have me, and then all the barriers, stewards, police maybe, and then it's the away section. Good Lord, what have I put myself in for today? There's going to be carnage whoever scores, isn't it? Limbs, carnage, pelters, a lot of explicit words, hence why I put a warning at the start of this video. Yes, it's going to be an absolute madness, but a proper experience. Even BARNO might get a few pelters for being ginger. You never know, soon find out. You might see it on the telly somewhere or on someone's TikTok. But yeah, very interesting state of affairs for today's game. I'm sat at the other end, next to the away section. Madness will unfold today. I mean, whilst we're on a nice leisurely walk, the calm before the storm, let's talk FPL. Don't really want to talk about it, let's be real. BARNO's FPL is mudded, people, finito, put it in the bin, let's just start next season. I've still got 3 Liverpool players in there, even though we are absolutely hideous, basically out of every single competition, and trying to chase the potential top 5. I've captained Bruno Fernandes, Leeds at home, Roses rivalry, a very good fixture, always on the Premier League calendar. He's been clutching up. I captained him against Bournemouth, to be fair, brought in some big points, but I also had Harry Maguire, who missed a header that could have scored and then got sent off. So yes, I've taken out Maguire. I've brought in Haaland back as well. I took a -4. Yeah, I'm so bad at this game this year. But Nico Riley comes in for Maguire. Haaland up top, and then captain on Bruno Fernandes and 3 Liverpool players. But Fulham at home, which I think will draw 2-2. You'll find that when this video is finally released. But that's a bit of FPL chatter. BARNO's FPL still in the mud, but hopefully might resurrect a few points at the end of this season, fingers crossed. Talking about players to watch today in today's fixture, I've picked out 2, and there's also one which would be kind of mad if he does score today due to the recent rumours. Firstly will be Plymouth Argyle, who's just come back from injury. Laurent Talai, centre forward, just returned, scored against Barnsley on the bank holiday Monday, so he's a man kind of like back in form, slowly being eased in back through injury, obviously. Ben Peppel had a calf injury, so he'll probably start from the bench today. As I said in the previous Plymouth video, I did say he was one to watch, and he did score. Moving on to the side of Exeter City, their main man today is Jaden Wareham. Now, Jaden Wareham is a youthful centre forward for Exeter. Even though Exeter have been fighting relegation, he has been quite a man for scoring goals. 15, 16, 70 goals, I believe he's got this season in EFL League One. He has slowly putting his name on the map in the lower league of football. We could potentially get a move for next season. And then the final one, which I want to talk about, captain's goal. Joe Edwards has been linked with other clubs recently. So, I mean, if Joe Edwards scores today at Devonport End, limbs in a madness, and what a way potentially to end his career at Plymouth if the rumours are true. Finally, before we get to Home Park's fan zone and we get into the madness of this football match, what's the prediction today, Barno? Haven't got one right all season on me match days. Today might be the day. Easily could say 1-0 either way, because Derby games can be a bit like that and all form goes out the window. Plymouth have just won 3-0 Monday, Exeter just won 3-0 Monday as well. First time at this place 3.5 years, and last time it's 4-2. I tell you what, give me a barnstormer. Give me a proper goal fest today. I'm going to go for Plymouth to win 3-2. Give me an absolute madness of today's match, man. Don't know what to expect. It's going to be chaos. Derby day always means more. Every tackle, every mistake, every foul, every shot. It's all on the line today, man. Everything will be left on the line today. 110, 20, 30, 40, 50% effort from every single player. This will be a madness. I'm ready to get stuck into this one. Sat next to the away end. I'm kind of right at the front. About to capture some chaos, I reckon. This is going to be a belter. I'm ready to tune in. Strap on as well, because this could be bloody chaos for BARNO today. Here we go then, bit of comms from BARNO. We're heading up to Home Park, and then this is 10-15 before kick-off. The noise, I'll tell you what, if you can see us in person, the noise was absolutely electric right before the kick-off. Here's me walking into the ground, so I'm on this row right at the front, and that's the away section right there, so right in the midst of it. Very interesting this was going to be. Players walking out. Plymouth with an incredible banner. Look at that PAFC here. Players coming out, and then we have first half kick-off poke and bake giving it large. Don't blame the guy, but first half, I mean, chances for Plymouth went begging. That's a huge save from the keeper. Straight afterwards, Joe Edwards with a slight challenge on an Exeter player, warranted a yellow card. It was definitely a yellow, but this whole half, mate, a sunny big chance wasted. Then again here, Mitchell bang over the bar, wasted again. It's going to bite him if they don't convert a chance. I mean, look at this scramble here. Keeper like saves it, clears it. Like, how Exeter would get away with this, I actually don't know. The crowd were losing their minds by this ball. It's not ending up in the net. Here's another one here. Bang, save. And it's bang, back again. Clear. No, where's it going? Like, how is this ball not going in the net? We just thought, well, here goes the second half. Straight off the bat, Exeter 1-0. Mate, watch the away end here, by the way. Jesus Christ, there's limbs in there. Like, I've never seen Derby Day limbs ever. It's the first time being at a Derby. Good Lord. It kicked right off after this moment. Look at all the players players in the stand with the fans. And then, yeah, it got even more heated. These lot were all front hand gestures. Police were almost getting heavily involved. Then the game really got proper scrappy, but the older handbag, as you can see here, Connor Hazard running over also just to get involved. See what's going on here, lads. I'm getting involved too. And then this one here, Matthias Ross and Jaden Wareham had a little bit of a to and fro, a bit of back and forth in this whole of this second half. And then before you know it, ball come in, set piece from Plymouth, bang to line, 1-0, let's go. I might have got slightly carried away, by the way. I do apologise. I might have just threw a couple hand gestures and other things. Won't say too much on that matter. At that point, yes, Devonport was rocking and bouncing, all jumping up and down. Very happy it was 1-1. Is there going to be a game winner? I mean, look at this, Russell Wareham just scrapping on that field, mate. You got a proper game of football. And oh, shit. 2-1. Like I said, Jaden Wareham was one to watch for this match. 87th minute. I mean, look at all the police getting involved, walking over. Stewards are absolutely everywhere. Like, scoring the 87th minute, I didn't know if Plymouth were actually going to get back into this game, but my God, that away end were giving it large when they scored. And then before you know it, though, somehow 2-2. Like, what? Limbs again. I've lost my eggs. I'm thinking, how the hell have Exeter just conceded that? Plymouth got another goal. It was a madness near the end of this match. The last 10 minutes was the most insane football of 10 minutes I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And then even look at this, all this here. Everyone's going over to the Plymouth lot now. Get involved, give the pelters, throw the hand gestures in. And then realistically, apart from that, we had plus added 8 minutes. There was no winning goal, unfortunately, and then the ref moved for full time. That was the end of that, really. I kind of thought, oh, if we had a winning goal, there would have been carnage. And then kind of just got myself up home park as soon as possible. There's some Alsatians. Yes, BARNO is finally home. I literally got off home park very quickly, got on the train and got out of Plymouth very quickly. I'm now finally home, absolutely shattered, I'll be honest. I'll talk about the scoreline, what I thought of the game in a minute. But my God, I knew these two had a rivalry in Derby days, but Jesus, that was another level I've never experienced before. I basically walked through I sat in, obviously, Barn Park. I had to walk through the Linner sort of section to get around to the back of the ground. And I bumped into a friend of mine from school called Jacob, top guy, top fan of football. Bumped into him, chatting to him. And obviously, there's loads of people outside, obviously, their pints and whatnot. And then they all the voices just rose and they started chanting. And I was like, this feels a lot different compared to when I've been up to home park. I went, this is a huge game. This is a big game. Got to me seat, realised I'm at the front row, not right next to them, but I was at that front row. Obviously, looked to the left, they're all there, the Exeter away section. And yes, my goodness me, there was chaos where I was sat. Literally, when they scored, they're all trying to climb the barriers, people were trying to jump the barriers, police were throwing people around, throwing people out, Stuart was trying to keep everything under control. When they scored, everyone was down the front, going crazy, beer was being flown, and then when Plymouth scored a couple times, safe to say, I think BARNO might have got a little bit carried away, slightly. I might have jumped down, obviously got my seat anyway, and might have given up a thumbs up when Plymouth did score a couple goals. But overall experience, genuinely that was 10 out of 10. I've never experienced anything like that. That was proper game of football. I mean, if you want to go into technical standpoint now, breaking it into that, obviously the full-time result was 2-2, a draw, a point for both teams. I don't think it's really a good point for both sides. You know, it's a big dent for Plymouth with their playoff chase. For Exeter, it still keeps them in the relegation zone, so it's not really ideal. The whole game in itself, first half, Plymouth could have put that game to bed, if I'm honest. Literally, the amount of good saves the keeper made in the first half and defensive clearances Exeter were making, they were holding on, and Plymouth should have really capitalised when they had the chance. And I kind of got to half-time and was thinking, if Exeter get one chance in the second half, they most likely will score. Lo and behold, they do get one. They go 1-0 up, and it's an absolute madness from there on out. You know, a lot of yellow cards in that fixture. Of course, a couple of scraps involved. The battle between Wareham and Ross was brilliant to watch. They were constantly going at each other, hauling each other down, wrestling each other down. But for Plymouth, yeah, the second half, it was just very much... They just kept lofting and lifting the ball and playing these long balls every single time. And then Exeter playing through the ground, which was working better for them. But Plymouth just trying to loft the ball every chance they get. It just wasn't working. Subs that came on, I don't think really impacted the game too well for them. The Exeter subs kind of did what they could. Because there's at one point, I think, a stage, about 10 minutes, Exeter were winning, and they still looked on top. In the midfield battle, they were on top. Every duel, every tackle, their defensive shape, on top. I couldn't see where Plymouth were going to get a breakthrough. Plymouth get a breakthrough through set pieces, corners, and the game's an absolute madness near the end. You know, Jaden Wareham scores, they go 2-1 and 87th, and I'm thinking Plymouth really got to get an equaliser. And then Boateng, 3 minutes later, absolute limbs everywhere, thinking he could have got it. And then it's plus 8, and I thought, there's a winner in this game somewhere. I nearly got my 3-2 right, didn't I? I said it'd be a barnstormer, nearly got the 3-2, but yeah, it's, I think for Plymouth, it's kind of, I don't know, Exeter for the derby seems more up for it they seemed more like they wanted that. They wanted everything. They wanted the win. Plymouth did turn up, obviously got a point out of it, but I don't know if they just turned up. I mean, I think the major highlight for me of the game was in the first half, where Joe Webber's completely just cleansed out someone for a bit of fun in about 15th minute. I thought, that is quite a bad tackle, mate. But overall, 10 out of 10 experience. Happily would do it again. That was insane to watch. Carnage everywhere. But that's Derby Days. That is what Derby Days is all about. You know, it's passion, there's aggression. It's, you know, there's a lot that happens. You know, it's all for the badge, and you want the prize. So that will pretty much wrap this Derby Day, Devon Derby Day vlog up. I hope you enjoyed this one. This has definitely been the most fun to film now. They're definitely the best game I've visited and watched and been to in my whole sort of like match days that I've been on over the last year or so. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. Longer vlog as well. It's quite a long one, I think. But also, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on another video very, very soon.